TikTok moms are removing their very own photos and their videos off of their feeds of their kids. And this whole TikTok moms movement is because they fear their children are being targeted by pedophiles.
Oh, gosh.
And it is incredible to hear how, I mean, moms, you need a solution, you ask a mom, right? And there were a lot of moms on TikTok who were noticing, especially with this one, I guess you would call her maybe an influencer at this point. The daughter, maybe the mother is obviously doing all the work, but her name is Ren Eleanor, and Ren at the time was 3, and the mother was posting all of these photos, and I think that there was one that involved like her eating a corn dog. There was one where Ren was sitting on a floor, and I think for some reason she was in the bathroom and she had a tampon. She was playing with a tampon or something. And those videos specifically, a lot of moms noticed were being saved and liked by thousands of people. And have you ever had a video of your own that's been saved or shared? And you're like, who's...
if I can only be so lucky for someone to want to save one of my TikTok videos.
You never, like on your Facebook or something?
I don't know if it's shared. Yeah, of
shared,
course. Yeah.
And so it's kind of interesting because like if it's a photo of your child or if it's you know what it is, and then somebody you don't know is sharing it, and then you think to yourself,
why are you sharing a photo of my kid?
My kid,
right?
You know?
That's odd.
So,
and it's somebody you don't know.
Yeah, and so a lot of moms were noticing that these photos and videos of Ren, and I think a lot of other younger girls, were being saved by older men. So
that's gross.
Of course, TikTok moms starting to remove footage of their children in videos and photos.
I want you to pause for a minute and think about how we, as society, have normalized and accepted grown adults, specifically males, following children, specifically females, on social media. Every day I see grown adult men commenting and liking the photos of little girls.
Yeah. I don't like that at all. Normalizing it, I don't know any grown man that's like, hey, I like a bunch of photos of young girls.
No.
I don't think it's normalized.
Absolutely
I think she used the
not.
wrong term.
Well,
maybe I'm not missing the point, but that point I would kind of push back on.
Well, maybe I think
that is happening.
That is
in
happening.
The first place
and,
is not good.
Yeah, and we need to not normalize that. We need to not think, oh, it's just somebody liking my photo.
Right.
No, that's alarming.
And I think
that
it has
is
to
an
be a
alarming
stranger
thing.
too. If like my friend's kids and he's putting a video on social media, I like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're not saving it. You know,
No,
you're
it's
not
my
saving it
friend's
to your
kids.
phone.
It's like we're almost. You know,
Right.
But no, I would not. Some stranger's kid doing something.
That'd be weird.
Although I could see if something was just like some kid did something really funny, you might like it. You know what I'm saying? If it was in your feed, and
I think it depends on what it is. But
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Maybe that's not what she meant exactly.
Following them, engaging with them.
That's not good.
And the parents who are running these accounts seem to have no problem with this. And as society, it seems like a lot of people don't have a problem with this because no one is really saying anything. No one is saying how up and weird this has actually gotten. The thought of one grown adult, a stranger, like following my child online and liking their image and following other children who look aesthetically the same is so bizarre and creepy to me that I cannot fathom. There are actually...
Yeah.
It's very weird. And a lot of the TikTok moms are angry at the mother. Her name is Jacqueline. And they're angry at the mother because I think so many people have brought this to her attention and said, there are a lot of grown men who are liking and saving this video and just this day and time, you have to be careful. Well, I don't know if her actual response has been, I don't mind, but she has 17 million followers. And so the TikTok moms, I think, are assuming that she cares more about keeping those followers and growing her popularity than protecting her own daughter against something that could be bad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So a lot of moms are just removing their content so it doesn't happen to them. And I guess that, I have a question about what do you do if you have a photo or a video of your young child that's been saved Can you get that back? Can you
That's a good question.
Can you get it back from somebody?
We do have our official attorney, Lisa Lanier, on the phone. Yeah, is there any way you can protect yourself legally from, because social media, that's everyone's lives are intertwined with social media, and then you have this thing with the kids.
And we all do it. We all post photos of our kids.
It's like the
and,
number one thing I post.
Totally,
Yeah.
No, but there's nothing you can do. Once you put a photo out there, whether it's of your kid or whatever, you can't get it back, and you can't control. You can't take it away from somebody that has downloaded it. And the Meta, mega giant, that it is, owns and can do whatever they want to with your photos and your videos. And so it's definitely, you have to, really watch out. This woman you're talking about, this influencer that has almost 2 million followers, it's her business. She is with Ren, and that was her name, Jacqueline or Jessica or whatever. She makes between $13,000 and $17,000 per post that she puts out on social media.
Wow.
Because
man.
the product placement or whatever she's doing. She has contracts.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose you for a second?
Her kid out there as part of her business, and that's her, up to a point, that's her choice, right? She's not endangering the kid that we know of. although, what if one of these people is somebody that is, going to stalk them and, potentially try to kidnap the kid? I don't think that that's generally where it goes. Where it generally goes, and this is also creepy, is that they're using those photos in their pedophile, catalog of, it's not pornography, but they're using it.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
For pleasure, for enjoyment.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
And particularly, I think one of the posts that she made, I think, was like a bath pic or some bath video or something. And people do that. They put pictures of their kids online when they're in the bathtub.
Sure.
They're all, bubble bath. You can't really see them. But those things are, pedophiles are looking for that stuff. And sometimes they even take those photos and they will Photoshop them and make it where you actually, your kid's face is on it, but they actually take away the bubble bath and put anatomically correct, bodies on these kids and stuff. So they do all kinds of creepy stuff like that. So you just have to be really careful because there's no legal recourse on the part of the person posting these pictures. If somebody is taking the pictures, you put it out there in the public domain.
Now, you put it out there and if somebody used it to make money, then would you have recourse?
Oh.
Yeah. If they used it to make money, you would have recourse.
Okay.
I think some of the agreements when you join social media is you automatically give up the rights to the photo and it can be shared. That's why it's a difference of if you download the photo and do something with it than if you share it. Like when you share the photo, and put something with it, it's easier legalities because it's part of the rules of Facebook or Instagram, right? But if you take the photo and then download it and then put it on an advertisement for your company, then you have a problem.
That's the problem. Well, and one of the things, Lisa, when you were talking about she's making money for the post. So Ren is the daughter, and then Jacqueline's the mother. Together on this account, they have 17.3 million followers, and it's estimated that they make $13,000 per post.
Yeah, minimum. That's minimum.
Yeah.
She actually even makes more than that on some of her posts. So, so it's a business. But you have to be careful because pedophiles are out there. They're everywhere. They look just like the guy next door. They're often really super nice, and you just would never suspect. And they're doing stuff like a police officer friend of mine told me that when people are at the beach and they have their little 2-year-old and the 2-year-old rips the diaper off or 1.5-year-old, whatever, and they're running naked on the beach, and they're like, oh, that's so cute, let's take some pictures or whatever. There are pedophiles that frequent beaches waiting for kids to rip their diapers off and rip their clothes off. So, and they're lurking with these big lenses to take photos of that.
Maybe a nuclear war is the solution at this point. Just get it all over with. This is so depressing.
For the pedophiles.
Well, just for all of us. It's like you can't trust anyone. You can't go anywhere. You can't even enjoy social media. Although social
that's
media
been our
devil.
downfall for a long time.
Yeah, it's ruined everything.
Yeah.
Although I love it. I'm going to post about this story later.
Well, I'm glad you can.
Pictures of your kids, right? Along with the pictures of your kids.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
It's crazy. Well, she's awesome, as always. Official attorney of Jared and Katie in the morning. If you're ever injured on the job, contact her right away at hireaheavyweight.com.